Yo, peace and blessings. What's going on this Thursday morning, everybody? Gerald Hassan, the Children's Enlightening Minds Enterprise, Wolfpack representatives, Mr. Shift Your Perspective. Say, this one right here, I wanna call this how the significance of how we respond to life. Like, what is living? Living is about our response to life, and what is living? Living is basically everything that confirms that you are still alive when you woke up this morning. I mean, everything, anything from the smallest to the most minute to the most maximum of things that you can think of confirm that you're still alive. So what I'm talking about is now our response to all these different things. Everything that confirms we are alive and our response to it. I see them police lights kind of distracted me a little bit. But anyway, this is what I wanted to say. This is what was on my mind. Really mainly to the men and women, man, that come out of incarceration. But really, I'm really more so talking about the men, but this also can be applied to the ladies as well. Coming out of confinement, for however long. May I say this? Fight the inclination or the need to be helped. And this is what I mean when I say that. I'm saying, like, helped in a way to where someone gives you things. Someone gives you money. Really, honestly, even to be given a place to live, to live with a family member. I done that myself. I lived with my sister for a little while when I came home. And the reason why I said, because I reflect back on all my personal experiences, and then I get to looking at the world and see how much of my own personal experiences pretty much somewhat matches up with other observations and how it affects. And just, I look at the nature of things. I look at the whole scientific dynamic and process of things. So fight that help. But let me tell you, one thing I realized was that, let's just say, had I not had a family member to come home to, and that's considered to be a blessing to be able to have one. Actually, when you make parole or whatever, they look for you to have family support and all that. Because, it's a good thing to be able to have somebody that's saying, I got you, man, I'm there for you, and all that. And it does, in a sense, make the process or the transitioning a little easier. But the easier part is the part I think I'm more so aimed at. Because it's easier doesn't make it the best route, doesn't make it good. There is some very vital and significant jewels to be attained through difficulty, and a lot of these things it means inner. It builds you internally in a way to where ease cannot possibly build you. It's kind of like someone who was raised, what they say, with the silver spoon in their mouth and so on. That person is really made differently when it comes down to that inner person, that substance. But when you have that individual, let's just say, who ends up with the same amount of wealth, but they had to really grind and get it and get down in the mud and dirt to get it, go through the whole process, they are made differently, man. Those two people made different. They're going to view those jewels differently and all of that, And so many other examples could be made to further establish, the understanding or give more clarity to what I'm saying, but I don't want to waste a lot of time on that. But my thing is that, I know a lot of guys and ladies and people in general, man, are gonna be like, man, look, nothing wrong with getting help. The lady's gonna be like, family, whatever. There's nothing wrong with me helping out a loved one. I get it, man. That's the natural part of us. That's a part of our nature. But again, it help handicaps as well. You know what I'm saying? Help ease handicap. Help handicaps. Again, it's like it circumvents a necessary aspect and part of the process of evolution. When we get help, like in a sense where we're given something. If someone, like, I feel like the best help you can get is someone maybe connecting you with people. Networking, connecting you with people that can put you in a certain position for you to exercise yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that you can apply, your mechanics to make that thing something, or make that thing what it needs to be, so you can cultivate it and shape it or whatever. But to be given like money, to be given even a place to stay, to be those things can handicap. Again, I can't emphasize it enough that it is human nature to resist or go against difficulty. No one likes to really go through difficulty, including myself. But when I look at some things, man, I really honestly believe that I could be a whole lot further in my life purpose, in my goals, in my purpose with doing things, period, had I been put in a position where I had to do certain things. I'm saying had to do certain things. Certain positions, again, when we are, help too much and giving too much assistance, man, it doesn't do that. It's just like when you think about the whole concept of food stamps. It helps people, or any type of governmental assistance. Yeah, it helps, man. It does. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes, yeah, it can, I guess it can benefit, but I'm saying, man, it has the potential and nature and capability to also take away from you. It can make you lazy. It can make you not be so resourceful. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I learned about, even with my occupation with the whole HVAC thing, is that I'm learning more and more as I go and learn this thing, that when there's a problem, when there's a difficulty that's being present, you fight against that difficulty of going asking like, hey man, I can't get this thing to twist or to turn or to come loose or to whatever. It won't fit. And because every time I've done that, my supervisor will come and make it work. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be like, you see, all you had to do was do this, all you had to do was try this, all you had to do. So I fight against that now, and what I do is I bang on, I study it. And sometimes you gotta leave and come back to it, man. Don't waste all your time trying to make this thing work. You just gotta go leave, because sometimes it's a lot more simpler than we make it out to be. And so again, I just learned, man, to where I just push forward. I try to be resourceful. I think of all the things I can do to try to make this thing do what it needs to do, or to fit, or to whatever, right? To turn, to unlock, or whatever, right? And so again, man, that's just a part of the process that is invaluable. You can't measure the value of that. And man, it's not has nothing to do with ego or any of that. But I guarantee you, for any of us who really choose difficulty over ease, for any of us who ever choose to just really go and just go through that whole process, for any of us who really choose to not get it the easy way, to not try to circumvent difficulty and sacrifice. Because if you think about it, man, when we come home from there and we get to going out with people and hanging out and trying to reintegrate ourselves back in society through, those little aspects of things, because naturally your family and friends want, let's go have fun. Let me help you. Let me show you a good time. You deserve this, and cool. I feel like we can celebrate here and there. But because these are mistakes that I even made. When you get out too fast, you start measuring where you are with other people you've known, whom you used to be way up there with, and now they way up here and you down here. All those things make you more desperate to again go around that whole process of difficulty. And then to sacrifice all of those inclinations, to sacrifice the desire to want to get out, to sacrifice all of those things that would make it easier in a sense for you, to put those sacrifices. Again, it cultivates us in a way to where not doing so could never do it. You know what I'm saying? And man, you know, we can look at so many examples of the benefit of sacrifice, but you know, I just, you know, with that being said, I'm at my J, and I just kind of wanted to get that out real quick. That was on my mind, and I will touch on this again because I know I didn't give it the justice that it needed. But again, man, we let's really analyze that. Analyze that. Look at just what I'm saying. Again, I'm not talking about people. You know, we help by giving information. We help by putting people in position to exercise and do their work, but to like don't even, you know, to straight out cut the work and just give a person some things, and you know, again, that can hurt more than it helps. So for those of us who are, you know, everybody can apply this to their life, you know what I'm saying? But I really was talking more so with the guys and girls who come out of incarceration, man, because a lot of times when we circumvent all of that, when we circumvent the need and necessity to sacrifice, when we circumvent, you know, the need and necessity to just go get it ourselves, then we put ourselves in a position to really fail, because once it really do get difficult and there is no one, you know what I'm saying, sometimes that becomes even more difficult to deal with and accept. Peace and blessings, everybody. Enlightening Minds Enterprise. Your Hassan, the Children's Peace.